SL, I tell you what, real highlight today. BCF cricket chat has just gone up a notch. Everyone's favourite red-headed, colour-blind, gritty opening batsman for Australia, averaging 43 over 25 tests. It's Chris Bucky Rogers.
Thanks, Flem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us today. And you did say you're a little bit nervous coming on an award-winning chat show like the BCF cricket chats.
Yeah, I just want to know who came runner-up in that competition.
Michael Parkinson, I believe. Hey, talk about nerves. You were test cap 399 for Australia back in 2008. You walk out baggy green, test match debut at home against India. What are your memories?
Feels like a long time ago now, Flem. I remember I was on standby for Matty Hayden, and we had a kind of a meeting 2 days before the game, which it was just following the Monkeygate test. So it was a bit of an interesting time. And then we had training, and Haydos pulled out and told me I was in. So from there, I was pretty excited. I must admit, a home test at the WACA, but it didn't really go to plan. I think that would have been a world record 17 test match victories for Australia in a row. But we lost it.
And you helped break it on debut.
Yeah. And lasted one test and see you later. So, it wasn't probably the happiest of memories all in all, but yeah, still a fantastic experience. Yeah,
and then 5 years on, you get the opportunity, 2013 Ashes. You know, can you talk us through that period? You know, changing states, were you getting feedback from the selectors at all?
Not really. I think they just told me to go and get runs. So it wasn't the toughest life I had. I was playing kind of 6 months in Melbourne at the MCG for Victoria, and then 6 months at Lords in London for Middlesex. So I was enjoying cricket and just happy, you know, trying to churn out a few runs. And then I think we had the retirements of Ponting and Hussey, and that kind of opened the door up for an old campaigner. And I was fortunate enough to be in the right spot at the right time.
So we saw 100 later on at the MCG, which would have been great. What about your first 100 on that 2013 Ashes tour? You were half an hour on 96. What was going through your mind there?
Yeah, it was a pretty tough wicket. I remember I got an 80 and choked a little bit in the game before at Old Trafford. Actually, my opening partner at Prahran Cricket Club had been standing on the balcony kind of waving at me, and I got out next ball. So,
no names, who
Dan
was it?
Salpietro, yeah. So, thanks, mate. And then we got there, and Boof, Darren Lehman said, "You're going to get 100 this game." And then, it kind of went my way. I got dropped a couple of times, played and missed a bit, but then I was on 96 and I faced about 24 balls off Graham Swan. He just didn't bowl a bad ball, and I nearly panicked. But in the end, I think I hit a blind sweep for 4, then got that 100. I was probably in tears a little bit down the non-strikers then the next over, but yeah, those are the memories you look back and, you know, you'd never give them up for anything.
And talking about hundreds, 2013-14 Ashes series was just amazing for Australia. You know, real whitewash there. You also got 100 at the SCG. More runs.
Yeah, it was 100 at the MCG and then at the SCG, and those were two pretty good weeks. I remember I was pretty happy with myself at that time.
What about the cover driving?
Yeah, it was highly enjoyable. I don't think I could have played better than the 100 I got at the SCG. And it was
particularly when you're batting against someone like Kevin Peterson.
It was handy having him come on at the end. A bit different than Graham Swan, that's for sure. But and those were great moments because, you know, we won that series 5-0 and Mitch Johnson bowled like the absolute wind.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, we still had the likes of Ryan Harris playing as well. So, you know, it was an unbelievable time in my career and loved every minute of it.
Were you much of a celebrator? Because there obviously would have been massive celebrations knocking over the English. I believe we've got some footage of the next day. Can you talk us through this? Where are you for a start? Where are you?
I think I'm still in bed at that stage. Probably the celebration's got the best of me. I think, you know, like you look back in a moment and you're pretty embarrassed about something you did. That is one moment, that's for sure. Dancing up on stage, I'll never live that down. But, It was one of those things you wait a long time for. You're going to make the absolute most of it, Flem.
And you never gave me credit for I choreographed that dancing, didn't I? Hey?
I'm not sure I've ever seen you on the dance floor out at night.
You don't
Flem.
want to. You talk about embarrassment. What about last series, 2015, big 170 at Lords, batting with Stephen Smith. Did you know then he was going to be an absolute legend of Australian cricket?
Yeah, I think we'd seen some real signs of it leading up to that, and I mean, he was probably walking into that series as you know, one of the best players in the world. And then we lost the first test at Cardiff, where we probably let ourselves down. I think we gave a few wickets to Moeen Ali from memory. And then, you know, we had a big test to play at Lords, and yeah, the kind of, I think we lost Davey. He got about 30 or 40, and then Steve and I batted for the rest of the day. You know, that's home ground a little bit in England at Lords.
Middlesex,
you know, that was walking off at the end of the day, walking through the long room. You know, that was an incredible moment.
No, and you're coaching the Vicks now in the Sheffield Shield. Good luck with that. You were player of the series in your last Ashes series. You're the BCF player of the day today. Make sure you will you be boating, camping or fishing with this?
Definitely camping. I'm looking forward to that, Flem. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, dancing in the fire there, camping there. Al, what a legend. Average 43. I think a little bit more than Michael Slater.